I'm Raymond Dale Bigelow. I was from near Mattawan, Michigan, near Kalamazoo, and I did 16 years on active duty. I kind of tell people, I kind of pull people's leg a little bit on this one, but I don't know any other enlisted guy that ever was in an F-14 while I served that was in an F-14 while it moved under its own power. It kind of sounds better than it really is because I didn't fly with it. What happened was we had a skipper that was when I belonged to VF-31. He was a real fitness hound, and he had like shoulders like this and a waist like this, and he used to ride a 10-speed bike with special shoes that fit into the pedals and everything, and that's how he came to work every day in the same type of outfits like the guys that ride in the Tour de France and stuff. Well, he played Santa Claus for a couple of years while he was the skipper of the squadron for the children's, the wives club and the people that had young kids. Well, when he left, he went on to become Top Gun. He went to be the CO of Top Gun. And so the wives club still wanted to do this. The kids had all really liked to go see Santa Claus and everything. And so we had one pilot that was a little bigger guy. He wasn't as big as I was, but he was pretty big for a pilot, I'll say that. And they asked him if he would play Santa Claus. And he got all offended. He was just, he was like, "You're picking on me because of my weight," type of thing, or whatever. And so they didn't really mean to offend him or anything. So they were back to the drawing board. Next thing I know, I hear the XO holler out. My nickname was Biggs. So they holler out, "Biggs, come here." So I run in to see what they want. And he says, "How would you like to play Santa Claus for the children's Christmas party?" I said, "Well, I don't have any kids." He said, "Nah, that's okay. You'll be great at this, you know." And so I was told to go over to Special Services and check out a Santa Claus costume or suit or whatever you're going to call it. And then the next day when I went to work, they said, "Well, you got to go down and get backseat qualified." And I was like, "What do you mean backseat qualified?" And they said, "Well, you know, there's all these cords and things that are hooked up to the fire off the ejection seat if there was a problem, and we don't want you pulling on any of those cords and everything. So we have to show you what you can touch and what you can't touch while you're in the F-14." So I was like, okay. Well, so I go down there and they have me climb up and get inside the back seat of the F-14. And they're showing me all around, and they said, "Well, don't really worry about it anyway, because even if you pulled it, it probably wouldn't go off because we have safety pins in these things, so it's supposed to not let you go. But don't try it, you know." So I was like, okay. But then coming out of the seat and coming back down to the hangar bay, that was not easy because the fuselage of the plane is curved. And they have like little places where you can step to climb up. Well, these guys that do it every day, they're used to it. But here, I've never been up there, and I'm trying. They said, "Don't worry about it. We're going to grab your heel and we're going to push it right in where it's supposed to be." And I said, "Yeah, but if you guys miss, Santa Claus is going to, you know, hit the deck, and I says the pool of blood is going to be as red as his suit, you know." And so I wasn't real keen on this, and what we did was we had two sets of planes being used. We had a pilot and a Rio fly an F-14, and we were on one side of the squadron, and they came in like this and passed all the kids that were on the other side of the hangar. And they said, "Here comes Santa Claus." And you can't see inside of the plane, but they could see that it was an F-14. It had a VF-31 red tails and everything. They could see the tail of the plane, the paint scheme. And so when it went by to land, then all we did was taxi over. And they made that pilot that was a little bit hefty. They said, well, you didn't have to play Santa Claus, but you do have to come in. You're the one that's going to taxi Biggs over there playing Santa Claus. So that's what we did. We weren't under any kind of, being towed by any yellow gear or whatever. We were given the appearance that plane that just came down and landed was us as we went to the other side. Well, luckily they came to their senses and they rolled up a piece of yellow gear of a ladder, and so Santa Claus got out of the back seat, jumped on this piece of yellow gear ladder, and climbed down the staircase with his bag of candy and handed out candy to the kids, and it was actually fun. So it was kind of not something that I would have ever thought I would have did while I was in, but I certainly didn't take offense to it, because I'm sure I got picked because I was a little bigger. You don't want Santa Claus to be a string bean, and nobody ever accused me of being a string bean, so it worked out good.